Alright, so Rishabh, due to some technical difficulties, unfortunately, we could not show the ending of the third place match, but we had Fangs Gaming clutching up the map 13-11 to close out 2-0 with map count and capturing that third place finish at Conquest 20 in Valorant. And now we're all the way here into the finals. Both teams have made their picks. We have GFC here coming out with a very interesting team composition, to say the least. You know, I mean, they've picked the Brimstone, which is something you don't get to see very often. And what stands out to you the most, Rishabh?
I mean, this is what we're talking about, man. Brimstone over Omen. This is what everybody's talking about. EU has done it on Bind, and I think it's mostly because of the orbital strike of Brimstone. You could trap him somewhere, but I don't see a Sage anywhere, so I don't know how exactly they're going to trap. Here we have Ace entering into Hookah.
Oh, there we go. Shadow PS taking down Vision right there near the A site, I guess. And
Bablu
takes
taking
down
out
Paradox.
Oh
This is
god.
Not the start I was expecting, Rishabh. I mean, I fully expected GFC to start off in dominating fashion because that's how they finished their semi-final match. Shadow PS takes down Gorang now. It's a 5v2, Rishabh.
What's happening
What
here?
is happening here?
Is it
This
going
is
to be a total upset?
This is a totally different start from
And
what we
it's
expected.
totally unconventional, like HM1 is
Definitely
not the
not.
team who's gonna just push in and just take those kills, They want to read the enemy.
Cruiser getting the kill on Shadow there.
Oh.
Cruiser taking down Mr. X as well. They know there is a player in the bath because they saw the placement of the Killjoy turret there. You see Sova moving in for the post plant, probably going to fake.
It's a 3v2 right now.
Cruiser pushing into Lamp. Rishabh, he sees the player there, does not get the kill yet. Oh my
god, Cruiser.
He's had
Last player standing.
3 crispy headshots there, Rishabh. They know where these players are.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my god.
Oh, Cruiser.
I mean, Cruiser pulled it back right there for them. They were down with a 2v5 disadvantage. And they still managed to make it a really close pistol round.
Absolutely. I mean,
I think one thing I want to highlight, Rishabh, is the contrast in styles that we've seen from these teams. We've seen GFC play that more loose, free style of Valorant, where you see them actually pushing out to get those kills and challenging for map control and information. And we've seen HM1 having a more tempered style where they want to feel their opponent out, get a hang of what they're doing, and then execute. Here we see them pushing back again.
Formless is gonna use and abuse that burst fire.
So the spike is actually towards A, but once again we see HM1, just like the semi-final, they're actually pushing up to both sides right now, trying to create some kind of a presence. And I think that was Formless actually there with the burst fire. Oh, there we go, the Brimstone from Gorang smoking off the angle there. Fearless taking down.
Takes down Vision here.
I have this back.
I think there was one more player in that showers area. Quake is pushing up into the smoke right there. You see Ace backing off. Seems like they're going to go ahead with that A hit now. He's just checking to see that he's not getting flanked right there. Commits now to that.
5v3 now, Park.
Oh, Quake gets 2 quick pistol kills there.
Last player standing.
Oh my god, Rishabh, what is happening?
I mean, it's completely opposite of what we saw. We've seen these teams play. I mean, all of the pushes by.
Again,
have been denied. I can't seem to understand here what's going wrong with GFC.
Again, Rishabh, now we have HM1 closing out that second attack round. GFC will have a full buy round going into round 3. Would be interesting to see how they fight now. The past 2 rounds were light buys for them. But I want to see that aggression. I want to see that aggression.
Talking about Formless abusing that Bulldog to its absolute potential. I mean, it's a buy round for both of the teams now, so let's see.
There we go. We have 5 Phantoms being pulled out by GFC. It'll be interesting to see whether they do push out for map control and information, or they choose to still play back.
It's the only time I've seen Paradox at the bottom of the scoreboard.
I mean, it's still early. It's still early on. I mean, the game's just begun, right?
Absolutely.
There we go. Formless is creeping up into the A side now. Checking his corners, does not find anybody there. This one player gets the kill there on Paradox.
Is just amazing with Bulldog.
Rishabh, they are making Paradox a non-factor in these early rounds.
Absolutely.
There we go. Cruiser gets 2 kills there to level it up. He's still hiding there in that smoke in elbow. Trying to spam through the smoke. Quake plays out Bablu there.
One enemy remaining.
Cruiser going down now. Quake.
Shock dart.
Wait, what? Mr. X is now the last man alive. And
When
there
did
we
that
go.
happen?
Those
We
were a
have
few
GFC.
quick kills in succession, and GFC manages to close out the round in style there with 3 people alive.
Absolutely.
It's still a little early, I guess. Paradox is just playing for information right now. I really want to see some of those, you know, up close and personal plays that we've seen from him. I mean, definitely the Reyna does not have the same mobility as the Jet or the Raze that we see him rock in the semifinals match. So a much more different playstyle coming out from him as well, because the Reyna does not have that same ability to, you know, simply just go up and get those kills. I mean, I think Cruiser's been a huge factor here right now.
And not to forget Quake, man. Like he's denying pushes and he's just holding those angles so accurately. He's been giving it to them.
We see Paradox now. He's holding that position in hookah. Probably has an audio cue there. They have spotted the Raze over there. Paradox gets
Okay,
the quick
Paradox
kill.
has started here.
Oh, that was a really smart play by Paradox, dude. He takes the peek, pulls the dismiss, and walks away. So they know now where that one player is standing.
Vision
This
just waiting there, holding that classic angle for at the entry from showers. And
Let's see now. We have Paradox moving out for information. Spots the Omen,
Paradox
but gets
is
baited
down.
out.
Mr. X takes Paradox down.
Cage trigger.
I think we're seeing a more reserved style from GFC for now. Granted, they are on the defending side.
Absolutely.
Their vision straighted out shadow there now, trying to push out of
But
path to see if he
we
can get any-
aren't seeing that aggression that we saw in semi-final GFC. They've
I
been
mean,
very composed.
definitely bind is a map where, you know, the defenders can't really like push heavily out of the side, you know, because there's not much open space. Like if you look at both the way the A side and the B side are designed, you can probably just like push
30
feet
seconds
into
left.
showers or like a little bit out onto the A short area. Or if you look at B, you can only maybe like play a little bit out of hookah or like onto A B long. But there's actually no way you can actually like get out there. Once again, these two teams, it is a 4v3, and it seems to be a B side hit now. But
Cruiser
10
God
seconds
is
left.
down.
Quick gets
They
a kill
have
on
to plan. They don't have the
Last
time.
player standing.
Oh my God! Quake.
One enemy remaining.
Bablu gets 2 kills, but the defenders win. The Hunter's Fury closing
I
out the
told
round
you,
there.
Quake is a silent killer here. He's been like everybody's sleeping on him right now, but he's a top fragger here, like for the team.
Definitely the game has come into 2-2 now. So still, you know, long way to go in this map, but we see GFC not being phased at all by losing those 2 initial rounds. They've pulled it back from there, and they're actually like playing a very disciplined playstyle. They're trading out the kills. You even saw Paradox getting that first kill on the Raze, then peeking out, using the dismiss to back away and reposition, just in case there was any aggression from them. I mean, this is pure classy Valorant. There's the one-way smoke from Dorang.
I mean,
Towards
it's
each
the,
other.
Revealing
it's the
area.
most textbook Valorant play I've ever seen. Like Quake just holding there, you know, trying to get some info from
Oh,
that.
there we go.
recon
Paradox takes out 2 on the opposite side of the map. Oh, he takes out. Oh, okay. I thought he took out 3, but that's my bad.
Still in sight.
There we go. Paradox using the Leer to get some information, peek the angle. They know there's a player in hookah. Paradox is pushing him. He's on the hunt, Rishabh. They use the molly just to like deny. And
Oh
the
my
spike down.
God!
One
This is
enemy
the
remaining.
paradox that we wanted to. This is the paradox we wanted to see, Rishabh, out there, up close and personal, getting those kills.
I
Just
really
one
can't
more
wait
player
to watch
alive.
Paradox in Empress.
And there
But
we
I'm
go.
really, I mean, he has
Wait.
an Empress ready.
Quake and Paradox completely dominating that round there.
Absolutely. I mean, like, how beautiful was Paradox taking those 2 kills and then chasing Mr. X down to BAB Link, and it's amazing. This is the Paradox is heating up right now. He's changing gears now. I really want
Rishabh,
to see
I
that.
do
aggressive
not
play.
think HM1 wants this man to get hot right now, because
Actually,
we see what he
correctly.
can do when he gets into a rhythm. There is absolutely no stopping this man. I mean, he's right now. You can see, you know, people like Quake also stepping up heavily and giving him the help he
Absolutely.
needs.
You know that if Paradox gets into the gear, then it'll be big trouble, and I don't think so. There's anything they can do about it.
There we go. Ace actually taking control of hookah right now. He's just making sure nobody's behind those boxes over there with the grenade. Has not chosen to enter just yet. He has the showstopper if he wants to make use of it. Meanwhile, Mr. X has pushed up into Bath and has complete control. He's picked up the orb now. Oh, Ace takes down Paradox there. Paradox taken out of the round now. So the
But
attacking
still-
team still has the option of going to either side. The spike is actually down a little bit closer towards A, but they do have pressure and presence towards B as well.
Absolutely.
Seems like the commitment is being done to the A side, and you see them rotating now. Formless going to be placing that turret to see if he can get some info early on. Knows now that there's a player holding lamp.
Turret down.
I love how calm and like
Stealing sight.
like how structured Formless is. Like
Definitely, definitely, Rishabh. This game is a
30
lot more
seconds
measured
left.
than the previous one we saw from GF.
absolutely.
Oh, the showstopper gets popped by Ace right there, going into lamp,
I mean-
gets the kill onto Quake. Gorang trades out Mr. X. Shadow P has taken down Vision there. The spike
mean,
is
you know,
down.
we
And
can
Formless-
see GFC feeling the threat here.
Oh,
The
I
way they've
just
been
thought
playing.
Formless could have used the lockdown, but he chooses not to do it. Cruiser
One
actually
enemy
doesn't
remaining.
come back. Oh, Cruiser gets the kill and they close out Rishabh. You look at GFC right now, they're looking like a completely different team from what we saw in the semi-final.
Absolutely,
In the
they
semi-final,
know they're not messing around. They know no pushing. They're giving respect to all the angles because they know what like the stakes are high here.
definitely, Rishabh. And right now, it's not all about the Paradox show. You can see guys like Quake, Cruiser, Gorang, Vision, all of them stepping up to the plate
Absolutely, absolutely.
This is a
and
nice
getting
spot.
those kills. Like in the
This goes
beginning, when
here.
Paradox hadn't
That
gotten it
goes
going
there.
yet, it was
No more
Quake and
charges
Cruiser
left.
who were actually holding it down for them. So this is something
And-
really amazing we're getting to see.
Gorang is making a difference out of that
Now,
Brimstone too.
where
So
does it
like you know,
get?
we've seen some unconventional play here, but it's working out in their favor.
Get him.
There we go.
Ace here again.
Making that play towards Hookah Rishabh, following the boom bot. They don't have a player there, so Ace probably could gain control of Hookah for free almost. They're droning up.
Not to forget, Ace took out Paradox here twice. So
If you look at that, Rishabh, they're pushing up towards B long as well. They haven't spotted anyone in elbow, so they're turning their head towards the side, but Bablu seems to be backing out right now. It
I mean,
seems
that's
like
what I was talking about. They're not making any chances. They're just waiting there. You know, for that
Rishabh,
info to
they
come in.
know that they cannot afford to make a mistake against
Absolutely.
GFC, right? Because if you give GFC the man advantage, they will completely dismantle you. I mean, surgical is the only way to describe how this team has been playing so far. And if you
I
look
mean-
at that, GFC also not giving any information, not taking any unnecessary peeks there. They've smoked off the angle, delayed the push right now, just around 45 seconds to go. Mr. X probably smoking off the angles now.
I think GFC understands how stable HM1 is and how they can capitalize it.
Oh, there we go.
That's
Bablu using the Hunter's Fury, trying to get some information. Shadow takes down Gorang.
30
and
seconds
Shadow's
Formless
an
left.
takes down
Empress
Vision.
right now.
They have control of the side. The spike is going down. There we see Cruiser. He's about to rotate through CT, but Shadow's holding that angle. He knows a player
Shadow's
might be
waiting.
peeking through there. There we go. Formless has placed the utility.
Okay.
Oh, Paradox gets the kill onto Mr. X. It's a 2v4 now, but they know where
But we
Paradox
have
is.
Paradox in the game.
Oh, there we go, Rishabh. Quake just made it a
Last player
2v3 right there. Shadow takes down Quake. Paradox is the last man standing. And he dismisses the way, Rishabh. Oh, that was really smart by Paradox right there. But he gets taken out of
Paradox
it.
is down. Par, this is a very close game. Just what we'll expect from
This
finals.
game is so measured between these two teams.
Absolutely, like there are no blunders here. We can't afford to have one. And you know, like I love how HM1 has pushed GFC to play their own strategic game rather than just pushing it out like that. You know, the powerhouse they are.
Definitely, I mean, we still have the attacking half to go for GFC, so it'll be interesting to see how we wind up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Both teams completely neck and neck right now, neither wishing to budge and give an inch right there. There we go, Ace again, looking like he's going to be fighting for that hookah control initially. Gorang with the one-way there, Vision trying to see if he can spot somebody's feet out there. But there's no information yet. Shadow playing towards the path this time. Bablu has taken the teleporter, interestingly, towards hookah.
I think Bablu is here waiting for, you know, if at all Ace engages in a duel, Bablu's gonna help and support him. If at all Ace dies, then he's gonna trade it. I think Bablu's playing it very smart here. At the same time, I don't understand where are they committing to
It
completely.
seems Mr. X has the spike, but he's positioned towards A. Not sure if he has the teleport to go ahead and make it all the way towards this B side. Right now, once again, you know, they're not getting antsy at all. You see GFC is also moving away from the B side slowly, but they're still holding on to the back of the side. They're also slightly unsure about which side the hit's going to come towards. But you can see Mr. X looks like he wants to go towards that A side. Once again, Gorang places the one-way smoke. but neither of these teams budging an inch. Shadow has taken control of the showers area, and he's also looking to see if he can get somebody peeking, but no luck so far.
30 seconds left.
There we go. Gorang chooses the molly showers.
Goran knows
Shadow
how,
back.
that's how alert Goran is. He knows there's something taking from there.
There we go.
Ace is
Vision
down
taking down
here.
Ace with the showstopper. But
But
it
we
seems
have
like
Formless here
One
with
enemy
a
remaining.
Killjoy ult.
my god, Rishabh quick comes up with a quick double there,
Oh my
and
god.
Gorang cleans it up. 5-3 now in favor of GFC. This is a very, very, very measured game, Rishabh. You can see that both of these teams are not feeling antsy at all. You don't see any nervousness. You did not see GFC peak any of those angles. While you saw slow map control from HM1. Both of these teams are the best of the best we have at Conquest, and they're definitely making this final an interesting one, to say the least.
And now we have HM1 with an eco round here, and it's going to be interesting to watch because Parth, I can
guess-
feel GFC feeling that threat. You know, they're not pushing in. Like I've been saying it
So
again and
it
again.
seems like it's going to be a big hit now. But
Paradox
Paradox tried
here
to get
denying
that kill on
everything.
top. Paradox gets
here.
takes out Fortress. Oh, Ace with the headshot with the sheriff
Headshot.
right there.
But Paradox has done his job. He's done the damage there.
Ace has picked up a gun now. He does not take that drone down yet, but he's not been tagged either. Gorang smokes off hookah. Oh, what?
Oh
Ace is
my
actually being
God.
spammed right now. He's pretty low on health.
They still haven't entered the site yet, even though
I mean,
Paradox
they
is
do have
down.
beaker guns, so they want to see if they can get another pick before pushing onto the
And not
side.
to forget, Cruiser God is just waiting there. You know, he's just for that moment push in and they make a mistake.
It seems like they haven't made the decision yet. Mystery X still trying to get some info. Does not see anybody yet. Now they want to move into that B side. Shadow does not have any lures to blind anyone, so they're gonna have to check these corners one by one. Mr. X has the spike. Oh, there we go. Quick ready. Quick gets
30
one.
seconds left.
Oh
One
my
enemy
god!
remaining.
My
I
god,
mean,
Rishabh,
Quake
look
and
at that.
Cruiser, they've been so amazing. You know, like we're talking
G-
about the defense powerhouses.
You know, this is the one thing about playing slow and methodical. You know, once you reach that 40-second mark, the clock actually is working against you, so you can't really move onto the side so slowly. You have to be a little quicker. And I think that round all started with Paradox getting those two quick
Two
kills in hookah.
actually. I mean, that's what you know. That's what you know. If as an entry factor, if you can get two kills and above, then I think you've done your job. Even if you die after that, it's okay. And when you have defense like Cruiser and Quake, I think you can just go in and push in at some point of time.
Definitely, Rishabh. We're seeing a lot more from Cruiser and Quake than we saw in the semi-final. Now you see here, Formless takes out Vision. He's been spotted with that recon dart though, so they know that there's a player there. He's also trying to see if he can spot somebody through the smoke. Does not get any information yet. GFC not making any changes to their formation.
Paradox is waiting there.
Paradox
he knows there's
playing
going to be a
that-
push there. He knows there's going
Rishabh,
to be a push.
that is a very cheeky position.
Actually, but
You
okay, there's
expect-
Paradox and Empress. What we've been waiting for.
He isn't using the lure yet to take the peak. Still being completely patient,
That's a
waiting
smart play, Part. That's a very smart play. He's not
waiting
pushing
for HM1 to make a mistake. Now he starts clearing out hookah. Probably senses that they've walked away. Ace has actually got his knife out, Rishabh. If Paradox peeks this right, we'll get the kill there. And there we go. He got the kill onto Mr. X.
There.
It's
He's marking
down
for
to
his teammates.
4 now. Paradox has pushed out hookah. Formless and Shadow are up on A short. But we have Gorang right here in hookah.
Quake taking out Ace.
30 seconds left.
Gorang gets traded out there, but Bablu takes out
One
Quake all the
enemy
way.
remaining.
Okay, so it's a 1v2 now, but once again, Paradox and Cruiser.
I mean, how smart was it of how calm and how stable Paradox was.
Definitely.
He
Rishabh.
didn't even move an inch with that satchel with those spams. He didn't move an inch.
This is a much more structured game that we're seeing, Rishabh. And even though these rounds have been slow, suddenly we see that GFC's built a 7-3 lead. They seem to be
Exactly,
running away with this game now on the defending side.
There. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do.
HM1 really has to think of new strats here because once attacking starts, Paradox is gonna go wild here.
There you see Cruiser just making sure the camera placement is on point, and once again we have HM1 with a broken buy this time. There we go. Vision taking out Formless this time. Ace backs away now. I think they're all on terrace right now. There's no full buy. They're just spamming to see if they can do some damage. Nothing of the sort just yet. Oh, there we go. Shadow trying to get a peek, but actually gets damaged. Oh, that was a beautiful shock dart from Quake, Rishabh.
Quake is
One enemy
oh my
remaining.
god,
Quake
Quake is
spammed
spammed Bablu. I can't believe this. Quake is just stealing the limelight away from everyone here in this game.
Definitely right now,
Revealing
GFC is
area.
proving that they are not a one-man show and it's not all about Paradox. You see the other players stepping up to the plate. And there we go, Rishabh. They close out in style. It's already 8. I mean,
Last round
there we
in
go.
the half.
Somesh telling us that if the last match was anything to go by, this should be one of hell of a match. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, Rishabh, it does say 8-3, but the rounds are a lot closer than you think. It's just that GFC
Absolutely.
manages to win when it matters the most. Like you have guys like Cruiser, Quake stepping up in this game and absolutely dismantling HM1 one player at a time.
You know, like Cruiser and Quake are doing what Formless and Bablu did with Fang.
Take flight.
They're doing the exact same thing. Their
There you
defense
go,
is so
Quake.
strong.
Quake spotted out 2 players. He popped the ulti. Oh, he just got Formless there. Quake still has the recon dart, can use it to find any information, but Shadow's taken out Gorang near path. We know that presence is there. Uses the dismiss to gain intel. There's 2 smokes down, but there we go. Vision was right there and waiting. Vision trying to get somebody. Vision takes out
Last player
Bablu.
standing. One enemy remaining.
Oh!
Rishabh, that's 8-4 for GFC, and this is what you see, Rishabh.
Switching
Once
sides.
you give them that, you give them that one finger and they just rip you apart. They get one kill and after that is just trade kill after trade kill after trade kill, and that's how they dismantle their opponents. It's 8-4 now. We'll get to see GFC on the attacking side. Definitely be interesting to see whether they also have a measured approach like HM1 or whether they're just gonna go and take the fight to them.
I'm just waiting for Paradox entry, man. Like we've seen him with Jet, but like Reina's Paradox is just he's more structured. He's not taking any risks there. And with the agent he's playing, he should play like that, man. Come on, he has no mobility. So,
There
like,
we
he
go,
has to
Rishabh.
play.
Formless has set up the utility on the B side. He will have to stay alive though.
And
There we go.
it's Bablu's and Formless defense part. So
Blue seems to actually have found someone with the recon dart. He knows there's some kind of presence there. Oh, they take down the Killjoy turret effortlessly. Not much damage on them. They've taken out the utility that Formless had placed all the way in hookah.
Bablu and we have
They
and Formless here.
still a 5v5 could go either way. It's getting a little chaotic now. It's down to a 3v3, Rishabh. I don't see where the spike is just
I
yet.
have the spike.
It's down an elbow.
Quake
Quake
takes the
picks up the
spike
spike. Is he going to move towards the teleporter or are they just going to take the
I
fight to
think
them?
he's gonna rotate and he is
Oh, there
rotating.
we go, Rishabh. So I guess it's Quake and Gorang for GFC
player
right now.
standing.
Gorang actually was pinched
Gorang
there
is
and gets
down
down.
actually. So it's all up to Quake, who's been the star of this match till now.
Flight planted. Revealing
Definitely. It'll be
area.
fun to see now if Quake can clutch up and get those kills. He's moved away. He's just checking his corners. Wants to see that he doesn't get flanked. He will be meeting Shadow right here, and he gets taken.
Shadow gets it. So the first
Very,
pistol round
very-
is taken by
The second pistol round, Rishabh, goes to HM1. They successfully defend the site and the bomb plant. I don't know if that teleporter play by Quake was the right one to make because that left Gorang stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that's how they managed to take it. So
we see HM1 asking for a pause.
HM1
for a
calling
technical.
for pause right now, and they get that. So 8-5, Rishabh, still relatively close. They've won the pistol,
I
but
mean, Exactly,
Can-
and I think
follow it up.
after winning the pistol, I think they set the momentum for themselves. Formless and Bablu on the same side is all you want. But let's see, Parth. What do you think about this? This position of this.
I don't know, Rishabh. I mean, both teams have been so measured right there, and I thought when the round got a bit chaotic there, it would be GFC who capitalizes on that chaos because they're the ones who we've seen prefer to play that fast play style from
coming
the
back.
semi-final. But clearly, HM1, showing that they're no slouches either.
Placing alarm bot.
Absolutely, Parth. I mean, like I said at the start of the match, both of the teams
I-
are feeling the heat.
I definitely want to know from the chat, like, who do you guys think is going to take the finals? Like, are we going to see GFC take it, or do you think HM1 can mount the comeback here and close out? I think we're still waiting on that pause to end, Rishabh. After that, we'll be back, and
I mean,
definitely, it's good to see that Bind here was picked as a map. It's one of the maps that we did not get to see, and this is definitely something that's really interesting.
Absolutely, Parth. I think we've seen all maps right now, and speaking about unconventional stuff, Goran playing Brimstone hasn't affected at all till now. Like he's smoked, his one ways are amazing. He's using his full potential.
He even used the Molotov to push Shadow out of path on the defensive side.
Exactly. So like we've seen some unconventional plays here, and but still, let's see. It's still a gamble. We have to
There
see.
we go. Yash Chaudhary with the Cruiser OP in the chat, and he's definitely not wrong. Cruiser has been holding it down for them in the early game along with Quake, and we've seen Paradox having his moments as well. So, I think one player who we don't talk about enough on this team is Vision. He seems to be the guy who does like all the dirty work, the stuff that people don't usually want to do. But every player on this team knows their part and plays it to a T, Rishabh.
Absolutely. And everybody on GFC is showing, that Paradox is not the only one in this team.
Look at that,
the way
Rishabh.
they
Quake is 18-7-3, and we're back now. Paradox pushing up A short. He's walked into the smoke, not afraid of going past it at all. Shows you how much confidence he has in his aim. Waiting to see if there's any information that they get. There we go, the double smokes from Gorang. Giving no vision. Paradox about to meet two players here.
He took one down, but there's a trade there.
Vision takes out Shadow as well. Mr. X picks up the Bulldog. Does not get any kills there. Gorang taking him down. I think he whipped Rishabh. I think that was probably when he right-clicked and tried to make use of the burn.
One enemy remaining.
But Vision
down
takes down,
Formless here.
and now it's all up to Bablu, Rishabh. Can he do this?
It's tough, Parth. I mean, like he's stacked from everywhere. He doesn't have any UT left, so
the
it's very difficult.
The recon bolt got taken out, and
I think
you
he's
see,
just
I
gonna
guess,
save
yeah, I mean, he has
and
to, right?
wait for exit frags.
It's a 1v4, and GFC is not the kind of team you expect to, make those mistakes in this situation. And I think even though Formless won the pistol round, you see that GFC actually comes right back at them and
I mean,
takes
that's
it
the
away.
power of GFC, man. They're so stable. They're so powerful. Everything they do, that synergy is just so perfect. It's just amazing to watch. They
Definitely, Rishabh. And that's the 9th round on the board for GFC. I mean, this game, man, it's even though it's like a much more slower paced game than the previous one, but this is top tier Valorant right here. You see the discipline in these teams. They're fighting for information. They don't budge when the enemy team seems to make a move. So they have faith in their setups. That goes to show that they've practiced these setups a lot. And yeah, let's see now what happens this round. The economy now damaged for Formless, so it's probably going to be a half buy for them.
Vision again. We have, like you said, Vision again pushing in, doing all the dirty work.
Oh, actually, they're gonna sort out the player.
Okay, Vision.
Vision takes out two.
Vision literally cleared the entire hookah by himself.
There
And
we
he's
go.
getting to the side here.
Pushing up into the side now. They can go for that plant. There is nobody else on this side. Gorang is smoked it off for them. Vision pushing towards CT. Absolutely no fear. Backs away now. Oh, the recon darts right there. There we go. You see Vision knows that they will try and rotate through CT. He's blocking off that rotation right now for them. Oh, and Paradox is actually sneaking up on them.
Oh my god.
He's just missed them. Had he pushed straight ahead, he would have met them there, but now he's rotating all the way through the back. He will make contact with Bablu right here in a bit. And just
Bablu
around
is
that,
kind of waiting for him right now.
Oh, he's taken out.
Bablu
Okay,
takes Paradox
Paradox is
now.
down.
I mean, still, these guys are in no position to make a play. Oh, Vision!
Oh my god!
Vision can't spot him! And that's a
What
free
is
gun
happening
for
here?
right there. Gorang takes down Bablu there, but the round goes over to GFC, Rishabh. definitely, I mean, they were going for a save, and Gorang
I
still
don't
trying to save.
understand what happened with Ace and Vision there, but like that was something
I think
very
he just,
cool.
you don't expect somebody to be holding that close angle, right? So he just let it go, thinking that they're saving.
And
Because-
Ace also didn't hit him instantly. He waited and like I don't know
Yeah,
what was
because
going on there.
he wanted to see that, if there was anybody else also like exiting the site with him, because that meant two
Absolutely,
exit
that is
tracks.
triggered up to discipline.
So there we go. Once again, they're establishing that hookah control this time. Vision has pushed up again. Gorang's rotating towards A long, not really committing to that angle just yet.
Yeah,
GFC's
Vision again. You know, he cleared out the entire hookah by himself, and we can
he
see.
could,
There.
he could pull out the showstopper now. There you go,
But, you know, he
Paradox.
has no info about it, so he doesn't want to.
Paradox take down Bablu Rishabh right there. They've pushed onto the side again. They've taken down the utility. Oh,
Total chaos here, and
Vision,
Vision takes
Vision
down.
that's 3 kills
One
for Vision
enemy
now,
remaining.
Rishabh.
Oh my god, that was Vision.
Oh, they know where the last player is, Rishabh. They've smelled blood and they take it. Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah,
there we go.
he's down.
Shadow gets taken out.
Saddam, so we can see Vision is getting geared up right now. We can see Paradox also, you know, getting into that form.
Rishabh, at one point, this was a close game, but now GFC just run away with it. It's 11-5 on bind.
I mean, how can you even stop that push from, you know, Paradox and Vision there? Yeah? I mean, they just
I think what's
pushing
not
there.
working out, it's not working out for HM1 right now is that GFC are not giving them anything, no information, no players out of position.
Absolutely.
So there's no overextension. Like even when they're pushing as a unit. So they're all together and bunched up and ready to trade those
And-
kills. Somebody goes down.
Their fraggers, I mean, Vision and Paradox, they've been clearing out entire site for the
Still in
team.
sight.
There we go. Paradox uses the Leer to move up. Gorang puts those smoke down. Oh my god.
My god, what is this?
There we go. Bunch of trades going back and forth, but Quake gets the double to make it 4v2.
Formless coming back.
One enemy remaining.
Quake has planted the bomb. Cruiser
But
gets
Cruiser
the
was
kill.
waiting there for Formless.
I think it's all been GFC, Rishabh. They are
Absolutely.
continuously
I
dismantling.
mean, I told, like, attackers, when GFC in attack, it will be very difficult for, that's just one here.
Oh, and their Vision taking out Bablu right there to end it 12-5. Match point for GFC now, Rishabh.
Match
They're
point.
making quick work of HM1 right here.
But as we can see right now, as in, like, you know, like Vision and Paradox, they've been getting into gears now. They've been getting into their original form. I'm so happy to see that.
I think more than anything, you have to talk about Quake, Rishabh. In the semi-final, I don't think we saw this kind of a performance from him. But over here, he's had massive multi-kills. I think
Absolutely.
it's more to say about GFC as a team, because you see like multiple players are always ready to get trade kills, get those
And
multi-kills.
their reaction time is so fast with everything happening. They're so sound. They're so alert with their
Oh, Gorang
environment.
and
But
Paradox already
One
getting
enemy
Rishabh.
remaining.
They can push any side they want, and Paradox and
attackers
Quick finish it off. My god. Rishabh, that was one of
that
the
was
quickest catches I've seen.
amazing, quickest. You know, that's when you know, when a powerhouse picks up the pace. And then, there was a point of time where it just started like playing around with them.
I think
This is
what
Paradox.
impresses me the most, Rishabh, is the fact that you see how balanced a team GFC is. It's not about just
Absolutely.
Paradox. You saw Quake and Cruiser stepping it up in the early rounds, and now you even saw Vision at one point clearing out all of Hookah by himself, pushing on to the B side, making sure there was no utility from Formless left there anymore, clearing it all out, and simply just a wonderful all-round show from GFC, man.
Absolutely. I think it was this round of theirs was like the whole game was they took it a bit slow, and it was genuine because they didn't know what team H1 and HM1 is. But once they read HM1's attacks and everything, like that's when when Vision started rolling out
To
with
be honest, I don't know what to say, Rishabh. Like, if there's anything HM1 can do better, I mean, I was just thinking like maybe they could be a little more proactive. But to be proactive, that means you're pushing out. You're probably like trying to get some information, and that's not something you can do against GFC. All these players are top tier aimers. This is the finals.
When
And you
Vision
make-
and Paradox are just pushing in, there's nothing you can literally do about it, man. Like, I mean, Formless tried to push in, he got cleared it right there. but
I
then
think
he had to fall back.
we have Abhimanyu Sony in the chat saying, "Wow, GG, very GG. I am a GG." I think that just means he's baffled at what happened, and I think I kind of echo that sentiment. Paradox is in the chat on YouTube saying that he's waiting for the second map now. Paradox saying, he whiffed a little bit in the start. Otherwise, they would have probably finished it much earlier. And wow, I mean, GFC,
Absolutely.
man, the entire team putting on a show right now. Not one man on this squad who did not pull his own weight right there.
But
It's
I not to like forget the way Quake has played. The entire attackers, their defense. Quake and Cruiser single-handedly handled their defense. When things were going wrong for them at initially. So I think that's one of the things that we have to look out for. And I like you rightly mentioned, Parth, how balanced this team is. GFC is so balanced right now. No wonder they're a powerhouse.
Rishabh, each player on this team has definitely had their moments in the previous map. I mean, you saw even Gorang on that Brimstone. His smokes were on point, even on attack when Paradox had taken control of A short. You saw that Gorang would quickly put those two smokes down near U-Haul, blocking off any kind of vision from either heaven or from the shower area, which allowed the bomb to go down every single time, Rishabh. And that's what really, really put the momentum in GFC's favor. It's like they did not give Formless anything. Like in the beginning of the match, they were down 2-0, but after that, they just quickly switched gears and just dismantled them. I mean,
I
there
mean,
was
that's what they were waiting for. Like, talking about, Paradox and Vision, they started off slow, they wanted to read the pace and everything. And they let Quake and Cruiser just go out there and, defend them. And once they started off getting that pace, when they got comfortable, they just went in there and dismantled. I mean, that's what they do. That's what they always do, man. Like, they didn't want to, like, just blindly push and get those frags for nothing. I mean, like, they could have, but, like, they didn't want to take any risks. Like we said, the stakes were high here. They wanted to read the team, like they wanted to read the opponent therefore. So they didn't want to give any chance to the opposite team here. So
I mean, definitely this is not taking anything away from HM1. They're a great team themselves.
absolutely,
They've made it all the way here to the finals. So, it's not to say that they're a bad team per se. I mean, they've definitely held their own against the likes of Fangs like we saw. And it's just probably about both these teams at such a high level. Like what can you really say? Like nobody's bad at this level.
absolutely, Parth. I completely echo with you and that, and, like in that point. And one thing I noticed, there was like again, like since semifinals, there are no specific blunders here. Like both the teams did everything right. It's just that GFC is just, I would just say they're too brutal to like handle at one point of time. Their attack is just, it's like an iron wall, Parth. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just like an iron wall standing in front of you. You can either
Definitely.
push back or just get crushed by it. That's the only thing.
I mean, multiple of these rounds could have gone either way. It's just that so many times you saw Quake and Cruiser getting those multi kills and completely like changing the tide of the round, like right there.
Absolutely.
So I think at one point, all these players are so individually skilled. It's just about like in the round who shines more than the other, like who gets it going. And that's probably what like put the match in GFC's favor multiple times. I guess we're almost ready for map 2, and map 2 seems to be Ascent, another player favorite map that we've looked at. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Absolutely, and we've seen a lot of Ascent here, and GFC looks very powerful in Ascent too. So like, I really want to see. I'm really hoping Paradox picks Jet here because I really want to see that aggressive mobile Jet on.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind a race pick either. I mean, to be very honest with you.
I mean, Vision's fantastic with race. I mean, I really want to see what Cruiser picks here because he has a lot of options as a Sentinel here. He has Killjoy. He has Cypher. He also has Sage here. If they because GFC has been playing unconventional games all day today, and Sage could be that unconventional pick in Ascent right now.
There we go, Rishabh. We've moved into Ascent now. We'll soon have the champion picks coming in. Waiting to see what kind of a team comp we
Let's
get.
see. Both our teams have not picked no instant locks here, and Ace goes with a Raze. He's with Shadow goes with a Reyna, classic Reyna. We have Vision locking Jet here, Quake with the Sova here, and Mr. X. So there is no Omen with the defenders or HM1. They haven't okay, they have locked right.
They still haven't locked him in. So
Correct. Gorang with the Omen here. Cruiser God with the Cypher. He's been amazing, and we're still waiting for the man to pick. Parth, do you think it could be Raze? I'm still hoping it's Raze.
I think Paradox has to pick Raze, right? We've seen him absolutely kill it, and there we go.
And there we go, Parth.
He's
You picked
locked
it
in
right.
that Raze.
So let's go, Parth. I think this is going to be an amazing matchup. I mean, Vision.
The interesting
Can't wait
part
for
is
them to win.
GFC is on the attacking side to begin this half. So, I mean, they're really known to take it to them. So let's see.
I really want, as much as I want to, I know they're gonna read them first. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I really want to see that powerhouse destructive force, Paradox and Vision just coming in and dismantling everything in its way.
There we go, Rishabh. We have Dash in the chat saying Paradox don't play Jet, play Sky. I mean, it'd be really interesting to see how he does.
I really want to see Paradox fly everywhere here and just dismantle the entire team. I mean, I'm not being biased here, but it's just such nice gameplay.
What I want to see, Rishabh, is whether Formless and HM1 are ready with a plan for GFC. Whether they can take the fight back to them. The first map was
because we've noticed HM1 learns from its mistakes. They're good observers and they observe and they counter back.
Oh, look at that GFC showing that stack towards the A side. They've already pushed into the side, Rishabh.
I mean, this is a GFC we know, Par. We've seen
Shadow actually takes down Gorang. Mr. X taking down Paradox.
So
The man advantage. Oh, there we go. Vision taking out Shadow now.
We have Quake here, as we know. The Quake we know.
Spike planted.
Quake planted the spike, but there's a lot of shots being fired. Oh, the shock dart. Blue taken down by Vision though, who is running wild with that frenzy.
One enemy
They
remaining.
know where this last player is. They're trying to get him up through the spam. Formless, patiently peeking and trying to find him out. The Recon Dart will spot him out there, and he gets taken down.
Par, did you see that? Even though Paradox was down, how calm and composed Quake was.
Definitely, Rishabh. They were down 5v3 at one point, but you saw that there was no kind of panic at all.
That's the kind of stability we need. You expect from a team, right? You're aggressive, but at the same time, you also have that calm, composed.
I think that also has to show the trust that these people have in each other.
Absolutely, Parth. We spoke about this in afternoon that how can he push so hard and without giving any regards to the other team. And Gorang has always backed him, for.
There we go. Seems to be a mid push now.
Just look at them. It's like semi-finals all over again.
It almost seems like they're playing, like a regular game. They spotted out.
What the hell?
Oh my God! Vision absolutely destroying him there. All right,
I think
3v2 now. 3v2 now. It's an advantage for HM1. Curious to see whether they can actually close this out. The Recon Dart taken out.
Last player standing.
Oh, Cruiser gets a quick double
One
there.
enemy remaining.
I mean,
He just completely turned the tables on them. It's a 1v1 now. Quake versus Mr. X. Quake is at full health. Quake using the drone to gain any info he can.
Oh my God.
Push the drone towards CT. He's waiting, Rishabh. He spotted him out now. Does not get the tag on him. Oh my God. That is not something we saw from Quake or we expected from him. Completely whiffing those shots on Mr. X, and that allows him to take the round for HM1.
I mean, Par, I think this is the natural gameplay of GFC, right? They've been pushing aggressively. They got those kills. At one point, they had less stability there, but HM1, like we said, they're good at reading their opponents and counter them with their own play. So I think that's one plus point.
You saw even Mr. X did not panic after getting spotted out by the
Absolutely.
He was low on health.
We have to stay there and wait, because HM1 is also a very stable, very composed team. One quality I have mentioned it a lot of times, that they know how to read an opponent and beat them in their own play.
Cover going
so
out.
I think they just weren't expecting, Quake just wasn't expecting him to be positioned there. Oh, Vision getting a single kill there. He's picked up a rifle now. Mr. X and Shadow trade kills back. Vision taking down Mr. X. It's a 3v3 now, Rishabh.
Oh my
And
god,
Vision
Vision
gets
is
the
just
kill on
getting
Bablu.
it.
What is happening, Rishabh? GFC not scared at all.
It's the natural. Oh my god,
My
Formless
God,
takes
I'm-
down Vision here. It's a
Vision
2v2
One
fight.
enemy remaining.
A very close round.
And
Quake with the
Formless is
Sheriff
the
here.
last man. Formless is the last man standing against Rishabh. He's low on health. They do not know where he is though. But you see Cruiser in the side. He probably has his cam placed up. He's trying to scout for him.
Formless is at B. I think he's saving here. He knows how important
Wow.
economy is.
This round, Rishabh. I mean, you saw Vision showing absolutely no respect after getting that single
Vision
kill.
is just proving it to us that even he can frag, and he can, if given the opportunity, he can frag better than Paradox too. So Vision has showed that to us in the last 2 or 3 rounds, even in bind. So that's overall, it's a very very amazing round. Kudos to Vision for that trade kill.
Still a very back and forth game, Rishabh.
Absolutely par. I'm waiting for for HM1's counter plays, because we saw a lot of counter plays from HM1 in the semifinals where they completely destroyed all strategies made by Fang, and Fang was just confused as to what to do next. So we're completely waiting for that play to happen. I think Formless is devising something, and
He's
he's trying
picked
to.
up the Sheriff now. He
He has something on his
hasn't really
mind.
placed any utility at B though. Oh, I guess he just has the
And
turret.
Vision has no regards, obviously. Paradox.
Bablu takes down Paradox there with the Sheriff. It's down to 4v4 now,
But W
and
is at his health is very low here.
he's at 14 health, Rishabh. I mean, this is a tough one.
And
Oh,
Vision is
Vision.
just unstoppable here. He's a beast.
That
Who's
game,
just hungry
Rishabh.
for frag.
Three.
I mean,
Vision definitely carrying the momentum in from the previous map. You can see that he's not afraid. Ace taking down Cruiser this time with a Sheriff. It's a 3v2, Rishabh. Advantage still to GFC right now. Oh,
oh.
Ace picks up the rifle and takes care of Vision there. It's a 2v2 now, Rishabh. Ace
player
fought them out,
standing.
but does not manage to get a kill going ahead.
Bablu does
Spike
not much
Bablu
planted.
wants
to
to
do
try
with
and
that
try,
fight.
but they know where he is. They have an idea. And he's spammed right through the wall. My god, Rishabh.
I mean,
GF.
Par, I think
They
GFG is back to their original form. It's just that except it's a Jet obviously, but except Paradox, it's Vision who's
You-
just like
You look
a
at
beast.
Vision this time. He's kind of doing what we're used to seeing from Paradox, right? Vision
exactly.
not afraid at all to make those plays.
I mean, Paradox has been trying. He's at the bottom of the list with 0 frags till now. Par Paradox has 0 frags, which is very unusual of him right now. But
And it's also
okay.
something that's really scary, Rishabh, because
Absolutely.
GFC is still up 3-1.
Absolutely. That's what it speaks volumes about the team, the kind of team they are. It's not just one. Here also see that he has no regards.
Look at that, dude. He's just pushing up ahead.
How
my
good is this
God.
guy, man? Come on.
Ace, meanwhile, trades out Cruiser on the opposite side of the map. Paradox taking
Paradox
down
gets his
Cruiser.
first flag.
Shut
Look
down.
at, oh my god,
my
Bablu
God,
takes down
Bablu.
Paradox there.
He's just so sound here, but he's been traded.
Again, Rishabh, it looks like GFC is playing that loose style, but they somehow still always have the man
One
advantage.
enemy remaining.
My god, Vision just waiting for that rotation.
There is nothing they can do about Vision. Like, they should probably think of doing something about Vision here, because he's a massive problem. He's just pushing in an unstoppable force without any regards
I mean-
for that defense.
My only question is, Rishabh, how do you game plan for a player who is just like, constantly in your face and getting those kills? Like, he's just playing out of his mind right now, and now they know where Mr. X is, but it's probably the round's already been taken by GFC. They're probably gonna try and hunt him down if they can spot him.
I mean, it's 3 times, but 3 times in a row, like, Vision has pushed in Garden and he's dismantled their defense entirely in Garden. And after I think that's what his job is, as the entry aspect. I think he's attacking literally from every angle. He's been holding angles. He's been doing almost everything. And just imagine, the scary part is Paradox is not even geared up yet. Just imagine what happens when Paradox gets into the game, and then Vision and Paradox completely attack in synergy.
I mean, I think you can see now the economy is a little bit on the fringe right now for HM1,
Absolutely.
and probably if they lose this round, that would mean the economy would be broken once again by
Do it again.
GFC.
I mean, Paradox, I really want to see the synergetic attack of. Okay, they've been
There we go,
blinded now.
The blind by Gorang.
Oh my god! But it was a
You look at
payload.
that, Rishabh. Vision gets the kill, but even though he goes down, Paradox is right there to trade it back. Paradox pushing into CT. Oh, he
Paradox
goes
gets
down to
taken
Mr. X.
down by Mr. X.
But you look at that, Rishabh. Both players on HM1 are very low on health. I think that's Bablu and Mr. X. Mr. X going down now.
One enemy remaining.
Oh
User
my
God just
so
showing who's the powerhouse of defense here.
Rishabh, GFC is not afraid, man.
I mean, it's an unstoppable force, man. There's
This team-
nothing Formless can do in this position.
This team has no care in the world right now.
Just-
They know
just-
they know where Formless is, but there's really nothing he can do about it. Like it's done.
Absolutely, Parth. Like they just want a championship so bad. Like they just want to win this. Either
One enemy remaining.
probably.
You know, Formless got that one kill on Gorang there, but he doesn't have the time to go and play for the DQ.
Absolutely, but I think one positive thing about this is Formless has his so I think that could be very useful. But they really SM1 really has to do something about Vision, because if you can't stop Vision, then he's gonna dismantle your entire defense, and you just have
I
to
mean,
save, man.
even though Vision went down after getting that initial entry frag, you saw that Paradox was right there with him to trade him back.
And how good was Cruiser, man? He just lurked out of nowhere, got those
There we
quick
go. This
frags.
time, a slightly different approach from HM1. We see
Keep it cool.
Formless on
That's how
the
you
A side
survive.
this time. He's got the alarm bot placed there with the swarm grenade, probably
You know,
for the
so
push.
they're
from Vision.
taking those measures right. And it's the same push again.
Oh, there we
coming
go.
here.
They get the audio too, and they delay the push from Vision right there. Oh, the alarm
Oh
bot.
my god!
I know
That
exactly
move
where.
got
Blocking sight. Blocking sight.
My God,
Oh my
Rishabh.
god, GFT is on another level now. There's no stopping them right now.
It's almost like a massacre, Rishabh. 1 in 5.
Absolutely.
They've
Last
won the
player
first
standing.
map. Oh, there we go. Shadows behind the cyber cage. And Vision. I thought Vision would be there to meet him.
There's nothing they can do about it, Parth. And you know, as HM1, I don't know what's the next strat, man. They've blocked their entrances, yet they push in. I don't know, man. Like I think after that, it's just a matter of skill, man. It's just the difference of a skill.
Definitely, Rishabh. HM1 seems to be trying every strat that they know of, but you know, Vision and Paradox and these guys not slowing down at all, not
And it's a
giving
good strat, Parth. It's not even a bad. They're doing everything to block their defense. They're doing everything to slow them down. But Vision is just too good, man. With everything, he's unstoppable right now. It's like he's been given free pass to just go out there and dismantle, create a massacre out of them.
Definitely, Rishabh. And as we can see, Vision again pushing up. Oh, he
But
gets
that's
taken
been
out.
delayed here.
I think
Revealing area.
I think Quake's also
There
low on
they are.
health this time around.
Oh my god.
Gorang gets the kill on Formless, but Ace manages to take down Paradox. They know. Okay, it seems like HM1's about to put that second round on the board this time.
Absolutely, and this is the opening they've been looking for, right? I think
Oh,
and
the
it all
ball.
started with them stopping. It all started with them stopping Vision's push. You know, it could have been lethal. It could have gotten in because Bablu was in Hunt Fury.
There we see
So-
Rishabh, HM1 has definitely adapted a little bit to
Absolutely, that's the
GFC's
strategy of this
play
team.
style. What remains to be seen now after this round is whether this was a one-round wonder or whether there's
Absolutely.
more to come from these guys.
Because Parth, not to forget, even GFC is very good at adapting to situations. Which is not gonna make the same mistake again and again. You know, he has so many variations with his dash and everything. He can peek so many angles. He can get in so because he's so experienced and so skilled. And with that aim, he can get in anywhere and dismantle any defense he wants.
Definitely, Rishabh. Now we see Vision has brought out the op. Will be interesting to see what he does with that this
A
time
jet
around.
and an op, Parth. That's you. Even I don't need to tell you how lethal of a combo that is.
Definitely, Rishabh. I mean, I'm more curious to see where we get to see that op peak from, or whether he's gonna take the fight to them once again.
An aggressive
Mr. X.
op player, Parth. Please.
Mr. X seems to have.
Oh my God! He gets the first frag.
Mr. X taking down Paradox. He's backed away now. He does not want to get killed, but Vision seems to have that angle. They've scoped it off completely. They shut the door now.
Vision has spotted Mr. X here.
There we go, GFC setting up now for the fourth run.
Spike planted.
Blue spamming to see if he can get a few kills. And that's the lockdown for Formless.
Nowhere to run!
Last player standing.
I think, Rishabh, that was some really smart play that we saw from Quake over there. Making use of the Hunter's Fury to take down the lockdown. If that lockdown comes into play, that round could have gone a very, very different way.
And you know, this is what I'm talking about. The stability and the synergy. While he was ulting that side, Gaurang just pushes in and he knew somebody's there and he just takes that frag there. Ultimately.
This is just amazing to watch, Rishabh. I mean,
Come on.
both teams continuously taking the fight to each other. HM1 a little slow to adapt this time, but they put that second round on the
But
board.
we have Formless here.
There we go, Rishabh. Vision pushing up ahead with the AWP. Oh my god, Rishabh.
I don't have any goals here. Right. Okay, Vision is taking down.
Shadow takes the
Vision
kill
and
there,
Close
making
right
it a
now,
3v4.
Spike
Oh,
planted.
down there. Gaurang
Last player
gets
standing.
Too much.
I think it's all been CFC, man. 8-2 going here now.
I mean, they're at gear 3 from the start part. I think there's not much we can do about it. Vision still has that orb.
I need this. My thanks.
GFC, Rishabh, they're making all the
This
best
is a nice spot.
plays.
I mean, at this point, I feel bad for.
To be honest, HM1's not a bad team, Rishabh. It's just that
Exactly.
they aren't
Exactly.
able
That's what
to
I feel
keep
bad
up
for.
with the firepower that GFC has.
Shadow there with the sheriff just waiting.
Oh, Paradox throws the grenade there.
Oh my god, he just swinged and killed him.
What is
Okay,
happening?
Paradox
Rishabh?
is
Three quick kills there. Formless
Paradox
taking
has
out
no regard.
Cruiser.
Paradox is gearing up par. This is the Paradox we know. This is the Paradox we've seen in semi-finals.
Enemy remaining.
This is the Paradox par. This is the one we're talking about.
This
He's
is
getting in
exactly
now.
what we're waiting for. Things just became a lot harder for HM1 right here. He spots that last player but does
But
not
he's
have the
down.
health. Look at that, Rishabh. I mean, Vision finishing it out with the
Oh
AWP.
my god.
He
Par.
finishes that one off in style with the AWP shot and the dash
Par,
just
Last
to make it
round
look
I
classy.
really
before
don't
the switch.
understand what is happening. It's a massacre part that you rightly. It's just a bloodbath here. I mean,
There's really nothing much to say. It's complete dominance from GFC, and it seems like HM1 has no answer for this firepower every time.
at
It's
this
something.
point, what can you do, Parth? It's just pure brute force, Parth. I mean, come on. It's a god level aim and pure brute force. Like they're
I think-
pushing him with no regard.
I think you can only spray and pray, Rishabh. Like that's all I can say right now. 'Cause
And
It
we have
seems
Vision
like-
here.
it seems like
Okay.
yes. Oh, there we go. Vision popping the blade spawn. He knows where that one player is. Takes down one, takes down another, goes down, but already has traded out 2 kills there. Shadow gets the best of Quake now. It is a 3v3, Rishabh. The 2 quick kills by Vision are
We have Cruiser here.
Sit down.
Oh, we have Cruiser here, Parth.
Everyone hide.
Cruiser popping the neural theft now. They know where the other 2 players are.
One
they have
enemy
complete
remaining.
control of the A side. But they're not even planting.
I
They're
mean,
just
put
hunting
them
out that
need
last
to,
guy.
Parth.
Look at
And
that.
we have
Oh, there we
Gaurang
go.
here.
Spike finally goes down, but
But,
Gaurang
I
closes
mean,
it off.
Cruiser is the most underrated player, man. Hands
And
down. Like the
dude,
way
Rishabh,
he just
and
comes in.
Switching sides.
I don't know, Rishabh. Do they really have it in them to do anything?
No charges.
I mean, I don't even know, Parth. I think I can't think of stats. Like I don't know. Like
I mean,
nothing-
even if HM1 wins the pistol,
like methodically, Parth, HM1 is doing everything right, Parth. Textbook, everything right, but you can't do anything about such brute force and sheer power, Parth. I think it's just the difference between the skills, Parth.
definitely, Rishabh. I think this was something amazing to watch. Let's
Parth,
see now.
Cruiser on defense, Parth. I really want to see Cruiser on defense.
Shot done.
Definitely, Rishabh. There we go.
Shock dart.
Pablu with those early shock darts trying to get some
And
damage.
Vision has already taken Shadow down.
My God.
I'm not even
Oh,
being biased here,
Ace,
Parth. It's just,
Ace has traded Vision out now, but
I
Paradox
mean, Ace is trying his level best to like do whatever he can here right now. You know, he's been playing very efficiently for the team right now, but it's just he can't do anything about it, man. The team is just too brutal here.
Oh, Paradox gets Mr. X with the grenade right there. And here you see Quake trying to peek from CT spawn into mid. Bablu actually takes down Paradox now. So we're back to a
Ace
3v3.
has very low health, but he has a boom bot and his grenade, so he can turn the game around if he wants to from here. But you see,
Definitely.
Cruz is waiting there for his defense with his powerful
HM1.
back defense there.
HM1 does not seem to have committed to a site yet. It seems like an A push right now. Cruiser has placed the camera.
Okay.
I mean, Cruiser's here, man. It's very difficult when Cruiser at that defense. Come on.
I don't know if that boombot was in the right spot.
Spike
Rishabh.
carriers down.
Oh, Cruiser taking down Formless. Rishabh 2v2, but the attacking team members very low on
30
health.
seconds left.
Oh
Last
my
player
God,
standing.
Bablu! That
Seems like
flick
Bablu does not have a care in the world. He just peeks and gets that
Spike
headshot there.
planted.
Gorang is here.
Shadows travel.
Oh, Goran's about to get
One
killed.
enemy remaining.
Okay, Gorang gets the kill on Bablu. He smoked the site off. He does not know where that last player is. But it doesn't matter at all, Rishabh. My God, we're going into 11-2 now with a pistol win for GFC.
Parth, I don't know. I mean, like when I look at it, SM1 is doing nothing wrong. Like literally nothing wrong. I've said it a lot of times, but it's literally I don't know what to say, man. I literally don't know what to say.
This is just complete. And what is this? What are we looking at? It seems like they're taking a picture. What? This seems like one of those squad goals moments, Rishabh. They're just taking a picture
Absolutely,
right now.
man. This is
They
like the
don't-
moment of Conquest Valorant,
My
guys.
God, Rishabh. GFC has no
GFC.
care in the
This
world.
goes here.
I mean, this is like one of the most carefree teams in the world I've ever seen, man. They don't give regards for anything.
They just took a squad picture.
They're a
That's
bunch
so
of they're a bunch of monsters, Pradhan. I just want to say that.
There we go. Paradox pushing in into mid map. Gets
Like
the
I
first
said, a
kill.
bunch of
Second
monsters
player
there.
is- They know where he is. Oh, Paradox
But Ace
getting
waits.
down. It's a 2v2
One
now,
enemy
but
remaining.
Ace again low on health, and it's over.
It's over before you know it, Parth.
12-2. My
Match
God,
point.
Rishabh. This is an absolute massacre, Rishabh.
Parth, you know, I just want to end it at that. You know, I'm done. They're a bunch of monsters.
There is absolutely no answer, Rishabh. GFC looks like they're about to close out the game now.
Absolutely, Parth. Absolutely, it's been amazing. It's amazing to see them, and
Camera
let's see
taken
here what
out.
happens.
Okay, there we go. Vision getting traded there in mid map. Seems to be an A push now. Cruiser takes out the boombot. But
Okay.
Goran
Goran
spotted the
spotted
spike.
the spike. And just like that, Parth.
Okay,
Even though-
Ace takes down Cruiser back at the A side. We have Shadow
Well,
moving in.
this
He
is-
takes down Goran. He goes to take the spike, uses the
I have the
dismiss to make
spike.
sure he's safe. Is not peeking, choosing to back away. They have the man advantage now. Granted, Ace is a little low on health. He's about to meet Quake
Last
right
player
here.
standing.
And Quake goes down as well, Rishabh.
And we have Paradox here in a 1v3
mean-
situation.
Even if Paradox doesn't close this out, Rishabh, I mean, still it would be 12-3, man. That's a long way to go. They know where Paradox is now. The recon dart has given them an idea.
Spike planted.
Oh my God,
Right.
Paradox is actually playing with a Guardian, Rishabh. Oh, he's heavily damaged, Rishabh. He's down to 5 health.
I mean, if he clutches after this, I don't know. Like, I'm
Yeah,
done with
I
all
mean,
these takes.
I'd just lose word. I'd have no words, Rishabh. He fakes the
I
defuse,
think
but
I'll
he's getting
stop
pinched.
here. Okay, but he
there-
got pinched here. Thank God.
Oh. Well, I mean, I guess that's another round for HM1 on the board now. But still, we have GFC who's lined up at match point.
That goes there.
How long have been they like? When does match start, man? Like, come on.
Exactly, dude. Like these rounds are just so quick. Like, you know, there's really nothing to say there. I mean,
Exactly.
they
I mean, like,
begin, and it's like kill after kill after kill after
even
kill.
before we analyze any, just over. And yeah, Vision here with
Vision pushing with a Bucky this time. Okay, he gets the Blade Storm out. Formless has taken down Paradox.
he's down.
Vision gets taken down now. Quake takes out Formless right there. It is a 4v3 advantage still to the attacking team. Ace takes down Cruiser. So HM1 definitely have a huge advantage now going into this round. Ace seems to be pushing up to that A side.
Ace has that Storm Blaster also. So
Meanwhile,
Last
meanwhile
player
Rishabh-
standing.
oh my god, they've taken out Quake now.
so it's up to Gorang now.
He's playing with a Spectre, Rishabh. I doubt he can clutch this. He's choosing not to peek, Rishabh. He's still just holding. Oh, there's
He had got a kill.
four rounds on the board now for HM1. There we go. I think we're seeing a force buy out of GFC.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, why not? There we go.
This should do.
Yeah, look at. I think it's an eco round for.
Yeah, it's an eco round. It's more like a light buy for them. Nothing really
This
major
goes
here.
here.
But I mean, to be honest, at this point, it hasn't mattered what guns they've got. They just outplay. There you go. You have Vision and Gorang taking B main control right there. Gorang has the Stinger with him. But you've seen Formless setting up outside of B main with the turret. Now we have Mr. X in mid map hunting. Gets the kill onto Quake. So man advantage towards HM1. There we go. Shadow clearing the angles with the drone. They've spotted out the Cypher, but they don't know where he is yet. They get the kill on Cruiser, Rishabh.
I don't even know what's happening here. Like, I mean,
I
I
to
don't
be
know.
honest,
Should I comment? It's a comeback. I don't know.
I don't really want to call it a comeback just yet, Rishabh, because there's a long way to go, man. I mean,
Spike planted.
even in the third place match, we were at 9-9, Rishabh. This is 12-4. Even if you go to 12-5, it's tough to call it a comeback, to be honest, because
Absolutely.
it's a long
Player
way.
standing.
Oh.
And
Ace
Vision
got
gets taken
taken
out. Gorang is the last man standing. He's picked up a Vandal now. Let's see how many kills he can get on his way out. He gets one there. There's a player behind him who hasn't peaked just yet. Oh, and he gets taken out
Watch
there.
that angle. Formless is just waiting for him. It's 12-5 now, par.
HM1 putting that 5th round on the board now, Rishabh. I don't know, man. I really don't know if they have it in them to, like, close out the map. I think we'll see a full buy now.
I think Paradox has an ulti ready and Formless has his ulti ready. So, like,
We know when Paradox has that ulti, he's not going to hold back. Expect that zoomer movement from him with the
absolutely.
showstopper. It looks like it's going to be an A hit right now. You see them stacking up towards the A side. One player just towards mid. I think that Shadow.
But now I
will-
think Paradox is gonna get serious right now, and he has a Vandal now with himself with a.
There you go, Rishabh. Ace pushing into A main now, gaining that control. There's nobody there because GFC just doesn't have a care in the world. Using the boom ball and the grenade. He gets
He's
the
getting
kill.
that kill.
He's gotten the kill onto Cruiser, Rishabh. Paradox gets Ace. Alright, Formless is pretty low on health, Rishabh. So
You should run.
The hunt begins.
he uses the turret, Rishabh. Using the swarm grenade to keep
They
them
have
back.
to do something out of. Oh my God, Vision is down. Goran takes.
Oh, the turret got destroyed. The lockdown's taken out, Rishabh.
Last player standing.
It's up to Quake, but Quake goes
Quake
down.
was-
So three rounds in succession for HM1.
I mean, Rishabh, I don't want to say it's a comeback because we've seen GFC dominate this match completely, but HM1 has put those consecutive rounds on the board.
So like
I
we
think-
can't ignore that.
I think GFC is probably just like, kicking it back a little bit right now. They want to finish the map off in style. But let's just wait and watch, Rishabh. I mean, still, you gotta tie it like 6 rounds in a row to go to overtime, and GFC just needs one. There we go, Rishabh. Paradox pushing out with a Guardian. Peeking that angle, trying to see if he can get any vision. Does not spot anybody just yet. Uses the nade and backs away. Vision, meanwhile, has pushed up into B main. Oh, Quake actually takes down Bablu with the Hunter's Fury, Rishabh. Shadow's
Cruiser
taken out.
is down.
Cruiser. So we're back to a 4v4. Obviously, HM1 has the better guns at this point.
And they also have the side. Oh, they both have the
Shut down. Shut
Quake
down.
just.
Look at Mr. X, Rishabh. He's lurking all the way through CT spawn or through T spawn. He's about to make contact there with Paradox, but Paradox makes quick work of him there with the health drop.
They spring on their boom bot.
Paradox has pushed into A main now. Formless gets a kill on Quake, Rishabh. This round.
Vision and Paradox now, Par.
Last player standing.
Oh, Paradox is now the last man. He's really low on health, Rishabh. 2 health makes it tough for him to clutch this one up. I think that's another one on the board for
Four
HM1.
rounds in succession, Par. What do you say now?
I mean, I'm gonna wait for 12-12, man, to be very honest.
Absolutely, absolutely, Par. Absolutely. I mean, it's not even double digits, Par. It's 12. It's game point.
Oh, this is a
And
nice
we,
one.
I think they're not even trying that much. I mean, Vision is not pushing in with those aggressive plays. I mean, he's holding back. That's not the usual play. I think they're just holding back right now for a few rounds,
This goes here.
trying to make it interesting. Probably that.
Yes.
There we
this
go,
should
Paradox.
I
Seems like
will.
he's ready to
That
take
goes
that
there.
A main control.
This goes
Cruiser
here.
has set up onto the A side. Oh, the recon dart there goes down.
Ace waiting for Paradox here.
But
Okay,
Paradox
Ace is
makes
down
quick
here,
work of
but
there.
Bablu takes the trade.
4v4 now, Rishabh. Could go either way. Formless takes down Quake, Rishabh. 4v3 now. Shadow! Shadow with a one tap there on
What a
Vision.
tap was that?
My god, Rishabh, it almost seems like GFC is just like laying back right now and taking it easy. Letting the rounds pile up, or maybe
But Parth, we've seen this
Last
turn on
player
Fangs when
standing.
they did.
12 rounds, Rishabh.
Everyone hiding.
12 is the magic number. Cruiser using the neural theft. Oh, almost getting the kill there.
Spike planted.
He's working the angles now, checking to see where these players are positioned. They're trying to spam him there. He's not given away his position just yet, waiting for the recon dart to die out. He knows Formless is in B main now, making the push towards him, clearing the angles.
I love how Cruiser was still so stable even after being sandwiched by every side.
There we go.
I
Rishabh.
think this
8-12 now.
I think if they're playing around, this has to stop because you know it turned down badly for Fang
Here.
and
Rishabh, four more rounds, and then we can call it a comeback if we really want to.
absolutely.
And even then, it's going to go into overtime. So, still, long way out.
Actually,
Definitely, HM1 seems to have success right now with the way they're playing their attacking rounds. They're still being disciplined, even though they're so many rounds behind. You don't see them trying to overextend or make plays per se. They're sticking to the game plan, and they're just
we
making
have
it work.
Paradox with a Sheriff here. They've been pushing B, I guess.
Bablu
Okay,
takes down
Bablu
Vision once
Vision
again.
here.
They hear the boombot from Paradox. They know he's hiding somewhere around that area. Paradox seems to have gotten a good shot on Formless.
Bablu has been damaged and Paradox just
Bablu gets taken down by Paradox.
it's a 4v4 Parth from here on now.
Formless is really low on health. Just one hit and he's dead. Obviously the gun's not in favor of GFC right now. HM1, oh I think he saw the Reyna push through, Rishabh. He wants to see if there's another player in mid. Paradox smells blood. He knows where that player is. Oh, he gets the kill on Mr. X.
Oh god!
Oh, he uses the nade now, Rishabh. Will he get the kill there?
Oh my god!
One enemy remaining.
What did I just
I'm
see?
done with this game.
What
30
did I
seconds
just
left.
see?
What is happening? Oh my god.
Paradox
Parth.
going absolutely massive. GFC have turned the tables completely.
We have Formless,
Formless still low on health, Rishabh. I don't think he has the lockdown either. But
What
that
did we
was
just
some
see? That was some
insane
insane
play. These guys know he has to make a push to the B side.
10
He's low on
seconds
time,
left.
Rishabh. 10 seconds left. They've spotted him out now. He does not even have time to plant anymore.
Defenders
My
win.
God,
God,
what was that paradox, man? Paradox is
Paradox
just
with
too
that
crazy.
that sheriff,
He's
Rishabh.
cracked,
That
man.
sheriff. That's GG's in the chat, and we have GFC Gaming, who are your Valorant champions here at Conquest 20.
Absolutely, the inaugural champions for Valorant Conquest 20, guys, and it couldn't have been any other team because the way they've played, I mean, especially this game, guys, hats off to GFC, guys, the ultimate powerhouses, and
And look at
close
that
to
Paradox ending on top of the scoreboard there with the highest combat score.
which happened in the last match as well, Parth. I mean, he
Oh my
starts from the
God,
bottom and he just
that sheriff just
Sheriff
blew
was
my
just too
mind.
much. What the
What were those plays, man? He gets the kill on Bablu. He's damaged Formless completely. He knows where Mr. X is hiding, gets him out with the nade, and then gets the headshot onto him. He
and
also
then
manages.
just swings and delivers that headshot like anything, man.
Oh my God, that was some
just too
crazy
much. That was
gameplay,
too
dude.
much Valorant for today for me. I'm done,
That
dude.
I think that clearly showed Rishabh why he's a Radiant player.
I
You
mean,
know,
absolutely.
absolutely not
You know,
afraid.
like I said, after a point of time, it was just a matter of difference between the skills, man. It was just that, as simple as that.
It looked like, you know, HM1 might be mounting the comeback there, but match point is always an axe that's looming over their head. What
Imagine,
a game!
Parth, had he
What a
clutched that, you know. I mean,
Ooh.
if you would have taken down Formless.
I don't think he had the time there, Rishabh. I mean, to be very honest with you, there were like 10 seconds left when he pushed into B main. That barely gives him the time, and very low amount of health.
Absolutely, man. But if Paradox would have taken out Formless, man, it would have been the play of the entire tournament.
What a game, Rishabh! What a game! And
What
I
a
guess
game.
we have Paradox with us right now, along with Formless. So, guys, that was an amazing final that we guys.
Absolutely. Paradox, what was that gameplay, man, at the end with the sheriff, man? We don't have words right now. Like, what have you done, man?
Uh, Man, it was just like a reflex action in the last round. I had no clue how I hit those sheriff shots.
I think
Yeah, sure.
I think I have one more question for the GFC players. Like, what was up with that squad picture? I mean, at that point, did you guys
Absolutely,
think?
Cruiser, what was that, man?
We just wanted to have some fun, you know, keep the game light because it was, you know, the half was very. Oh, I turned off my video. The half was very, you know, it was
Tense.
on our side, so we thought that let's just have some fun. Let's just get a picture click, and then everyone was like, "Keech." Then let's go.
Wow, I mean, what
Wow,
a
man, amazing. I mean, like, we were just watching here and we could just, you know, it was happening so fast. We had no reactions. I mean, Cruiser, amazing defense, man. Like,
Thanks,
in
man.
both the maps, it was just so amazing to watch that cipher. You just lurked out of nowhere and giving
you
those
so
shots
much.
was amazing, dude.
I don't want
So,
to I don't want to take anything away from HM1. I mean, Formless,
Absolutely.
you guys had two really hard fought maps in the semi-finals, and then coming into the final.
You can take
how
it
do you
away
guys-
from us. We didn't really play that well, did we?
I mean, like, semifinals, dude, like, the way you read Fang and then you just countered them out in every play, that was amazing. So, hats off to HM1. Like, seriously, man, that was very amazing.
So
And-
one more question I have for Cruiser is, so
Yeah.
what's up with the Brimstone pick on Bind? You know, it's not something
Absolutely, yeah, that was
we
very
usually see.
international.
Okay, so I'll let you in on a secret. So with the Brimstone, Gorang is amazing with the Brimstone, and he knows all the molly lineups. So if he plants at B, he can molly it from hookah, from long, from wherever you want. So it's an advantage for us.
Oh, so that's more of a player specific pick.
Yeah,
Like,
plus
just
we
because
have
of
But you
how-
know, Cruiser, like, Gorang was being, like, amazing. In semifinals also, Gorang was very,
Yeah.
like, he was
He's been
controlling
having
the
some
entire
lag
map.
issues with his internet, so he's been having like constant losses. So that's why he was not able to perform in some of the matches. Otherwise, we named the team after him.
Same.
Gorang fan.
Gaurang Fan Club.
Wow. I mean, so, like, that was very unconventional. And Vision playing Sage in Icebox, you know, in semifinals. Even that was very
Yeah,
interesting,
he
like-
logged it without telling us. We said मैं खेल रहा हूँ तुम देख
He
लो.
was like, guys, तुम लोग को सरप्राइज चाहिए क्या?
हाँ.
मैं ये लॉक कर रहा हूँ, तुम लोग अपना देख लो.
So I have a question for Formless. Formless, you went for Killjoy like rather than Cypher. So like, what was the like? Because you know, there's been a lot of debate. We've been debating since yesterday about whether Killjoy is better or Cypher on Ascent. So like,
I just think playing Cypher is really boring. So I just picked.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We didn't come in this like, oh my god, I'm gonna play this, Ace is gonna play that. We just picked whatever we felt we wanted to play.
So it's more of those comfort picks. Like that's
And what
Not
happened to
really.
Vision in Ascent, man? Like he just went crazy. Like it was all bloodbath for him. He just went in.
Even we don't know. He's like, मैं जा रहा हूँ. You're like, okay. You play Border
I mean,
5,
for-
it's fine.
And the comms over here was like, वो आ रहा है. I'm like, okay.
मैं जा रहा हूँ, वो आ रहा है.
I mean, the best part about Vision was he pushed through like the garden area for like 3 or 4 times, and yet somehow he got the kill. And there was Paradox just waiting there for a trade
you
kill.
know, every time like we we're watching that from our perspective and we're like, okay, he's not going to do it now, he's not going to do it now, but he just kept going, and we see all these different lineups. We saw I think we saw Formless placing the swarm grenade in the corner, to try and delay that push, and even after that he still just made it in. I mean, that was
Like, मैं जा रहा हूँ. We were
mind-blowing.
like, ठीक है, we'll play 4v5. It's fine. We lose 1. You just have he do something.
So
Next minute, 2 dead.
one question I want to ask to like all of you guys, like we've seen Ascent being picked up in almost every series that we've had. Is that like a player favorite map that's going around right now, or is it the
It's like the Inferno CS.
Oh, so it's
maps,
like-
right? It's just comfort. It's very similar, right? Because you have a mid and then you have two sides and
And
the
mid
sides are
control
mid.
is very important in most of the
Yeah.
CS maps. So like,
definitely
It's the most CS-like map. That's why.
definitely. I mean, it's great to hear from you guys, and thanks a lot for gracing Conquest, with your presence and giving us these amazing series to watch. I mean,
thank you so much.
Like,
semi-finals,
actually,
finals.
this is one of the best plays we've watched in like our entire this whole Conquest season. So like, thank you for
We'll
like
be back in
coming
the
here.
the next edition. Don't worry.
Definitely,
Definitely, man. That's so reassuring. So thank you and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much.
So very well put together this tournament. Better than most
Yeah,
nowadays. Yeah.
I swear the adjustments you've made, appreciated.
The administration was pretty good. It's good.
Thanks. That's some great feedback from you guys for the sports committee here at Conquest, and I think that's it from our guys. If you guys have any messages for the fresh Valorant player base that's coming up right now in India, because the game's still a young one, so anything you guys would like to say?
Yeah, don't play. Yeah, I'll say don't play on India server. Play on Singapore server. That's how you get better. It's not even a joke. It's actually
And
serious.
don't insta-log Jet. Don't insta-log Jet. If you don't kill, you will get abused. I have done that, so I know.
Paradox, anything you have to say? Because I think a lot of people are going to see that aggressive gameplay that we saw from you in the semifinals and the finals, and probably try and replicate that playstyle. Any words you have for them?
I mean, that was just
Like,
brute
actually-
force, man.
The thing is ki every time aggressive plays don't work because people can read and also try to counter them. I was going for aggressive plays for a lot of time, but I had my team's backup behind me. Like when I picked Jet in Ascent, right? And there was no race then. I told Gorang as Omen to smoke A shot. Like they won't obviously expect someone coming out of A shot like within the 3 seconds of starting round.
Like, exactly.
So,
right with
I'll get them off guard. So that's how your team coordination should be. You can not try for some solo heroic plays. Like it may work once or twice the whole map, but it doesn't work every time. So yes, team coordination is the key.
Apparently we spoke about this from when we saw you on Icebox. Since you have a lot of angles to there, and you were just pushing there, and we saw Gaurav backing you up in every
Yes.
play you were making. And we spoke about this today that I asked Parth that from where does he get the confidence from? You just pushing in. Then Parth pointed it out that Gaurang has been backing in him every play here. Also, I had one question from all of you. I'm sorry to cut you out here, but
Yeah, it's-
I had just one question from all of you that about especially GFC. Would you make this kind of play in more large scale tournaments? This brute force approach that you have found,
That's what we already do.
Yes, already do.
He's
You
from
already-
Rad Syndicate. He's from Rad Syndicate. Formless is from HM1, which is an amazing team. I think you guys reached top 8 or top 16 TC bike.
TCS4, right?
Yeah.
Top 6.
And we're from Team Villainous, so that's how we already play. And we've been playing CS together, like me and Formless, me and Paradox. So
definitely.
we've been pulling off these plays since a very long time. So that's how we play.
So I think I have one question for Formless. So in your semi-final match, you saw a large map, going back and forth continuously with Fang. What's the team's mentality like? When that back and forth is continuously happening, because I think it's a little frustrating sometimes, like, for new players when they fail to get that rhythm going. So how does
And
it work
Fang
out?
had the lead in both of the matches, and like just bounced back out of nowhere.
See, I had no idea they had the lead both times. We were just playing. It was more like we lost around like whose fault it is? Whose fault is it? Ace, was that you? It was basically we came in this tournament not thinking, oh, okay, we're gonna play like super seriously. We had stats prepared. We had nothing like that.
Just
I
that-
got to know when I was playing was like 2 days ago. I'm like, okay, I'm playing this tournament.
Oh wow.
So, and I haven't really played Valorant in the past 3 months. So rematch in the next. Give me 2 months, okay? We'll have a rematch.
Cool, I'll see you after.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd love to see a rematch between you two guys. Definitely. I mean, to know that you played without practice and still managed to play so well.
That's just
Definitely
commendable.
great to watch. And I think that's it from us, guys. Once again,
Absolutely.
congratulations and thank you so much for being here with us.
All right, thank you. So,
Yeah.
Thank you guys. All the best.
thank
Yeah.
you. All right.
Rishabh, can you give a shout out to our sponsors once before we take it away?
Yep. Shout out to our sponsors, NODWIN, who made this possible for us, and our gaming partner, who provided us with the esports platform, and to all the sponsors that are out there for Conquest. You guys have made this possible. So thank you, and thank you for all the participants who participated here and all the people who watched. Thank you for making this possible. Valorant is like Parth said, it's a young game here, so it's a lot there to develop here. So thank you everyone, and I think that's it from our side. This is Rishabh and this is Parth signing off.
Yeah, and definitely there's more games coming in the following days for Conquest. We're up till the 22nd, and the schedule is up on the sports committee MPSTME's Instagram page. So for any of the people in the chat, they can definitely go there and check it out. Yeah, and that's it from us. Thank you so much, guys, for being here.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you guys.
Thank you so much.